Cyber attacks on government agencies is a regular news, and these attacks are often carried out at the behest of a state to steal sensitive information or cripple the critical infrastructure of other countries with which they are not on good terms. Hello and welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. As per CloudSek, India, US, Indonesia and China accounted for 45% of total cyber attacks on government agencies worldwide in the second half of 2022, and the number of attacks on government agencies were up 95% year-on-year. India was the most targeted country in 2022, with attacks on government agencies more than doubled. As India's digital prowess is expected to grow to 2023 driven by 5G technology, startups, semiconductors, electronics and computing, we can expect more disruptive events like it. In 2022, Hacktivism accounted for 9% of the cyber attacks on the government sector. Hacktivism is a form of cyber attack where the hacker's motivation is not financial gains, but to promote a political agenda or protest against certain policies. Last year, attacks on China also increased due to its aggressive stance towards Taiwan and the Uyghur community. Attacks on government agencies in China declined to 4.5% of all attacks from 13.10% last year. On the other hand, in India, US and Indonesia, the share of all attacks grew from 6.3% to 13.7%, 7.4% to 9.6%, and 4.6% to 9.3% respectively. In addition to hacktivism, government agencies in India are also increasingly being targeted by phishing campaigns. As per CloudSek, ransomware groups were very active and accounted for 6% of the attacks on governments. Govt, which provides ransomware as a service, was the most prominent ransomware operator. Its targets this year include government agencies in the US, Canada, and Italy. In November, a Russian national was arrested in Canada for alleged involvement in Govt ransomware campaigns in the US. Cyber attacks on government agencies are not new. Many of these attacks are state-sponsored and are aimed at stealing sensitive information or cripple critical infrastructure of other countries. Indian entities are often targeted by hacker groups with links to China. Similarly, many of the attacks on US agencies often originate from Russia or North Korea. Let's look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. IAMAI praises government's rightly balanced data protection bill. Industry body Internet and Mobile Association of India lauded the government for making the bill industry-friendly. IAMAI said that the bill has struck the right balance between protecting the interests of the data principals while leaving enough room for the tech startups to innovate and grow. However, the industry body has also asked for clarifications regarding timeline for implementing various provisions of the bill and also for mechanisms for obtaining verifiable parental consent to process personal data of children. Government proposes mandatory verification of online gamers. According to the draft online gaming rules published recently, the government has proposed a self-regulatory mechanism, mandatory verification of players and physical Indian address for online gaming companies. The redraft anticipates that an online gaming intermediary will observe the due diligence required under the rules, including reasonable efforts to cause its users not to host, display, upload, publish, transmit or share an online game not in conformity with the Indian law, including any law on gambling or betting. India's internet industry expected to reach $5 trillion valuation by 2030. The Indian internet industry is likely to grow and could reach a valuation of $5 trillion by 2030. A report stated that an average Indian spends around 7.3 hours per day on their smartphone, one of the highest in the world. The report also mentioned that the drastic increase in digital consumption and increased digital penetration in Tier 2 and beyond cities are the primary growth drivers responsible for the spike in India's digital advertising ecosystem. Government plans to increase IT hardware PLI scheme for MacBook production. India will soon start manufacturing MacBooks and iPads for Apple as the tech giant seeks to expand its manufacturing. The government also plans to increase the scope of the production-linked incentive scheme for IT hardware to nearly Rs 20,000 crores as against the existing Rs 7,380 crores. The IT Ministry has sent a proposal for enhancement of the scheme. As of now, the proposal is now in the hands of Finance and some other related ministries. A woman loses Rs 64,000 by just tweeting her train ticket details. A Mumbai woman lost around Rs 64,000 to cyber fraudsters while she was complaining about her RAC ticket on IRCTC's Twitter handle. According to a report, she booked 3 tickets on the IRCTC site. Since all the seats were almost booked, the victim got reservation against cancellation seats. To check the confirmation, she posted the train ticket details and mobile number on Twitter and asked IRCTC for further assistance. After this, the fraudster called her, impersonating a customer support executive from IRCTC, and received all the money via a link. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.